No luck on Amazon for those washers. So let's try just doing a Google search. Man, I'm having a hard time finding these things. Let's look at images, maybe. Ay, 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 ay. They're 7.5 millimeter ID, and I need some really tiny washers. Anyway, so the washer hunt continues. 16 gauge. All right, well, I'll get back to you if I ever find any. Well, first of all, let me just say that I had a phone call. I made a phone call to my buddy John with the broken leg, who I sent an Arduino kit to give him something to do. And I think I've scared him with all my videos because he doesn't want to have anything to do with this nightmare. But I'm doing things that are, you know, I mean, I think he can benefit by using relays and that kind of thing, or maybe even someday Christmas lights. Don't be scared, John. It's not that tough. It's really easy. If you get to the point where you're bored enough and you want to learn a little something and spend your time wisely, your downtime wisely, this might be something to do. And I'll talk you through it. It's easy. Anyway, what I've done is I've put some of these little bezels, these little mount LED mounts onto my LEDs, and they look pretty good, actually. And they look good from all angles too. This is the brake, of course. Anyway, I just wanted to throw those on there and see what they looked like. I am not going to be able to find washers that are going to fit. So I think I'm going to run over to the hobby shop in the next few days and try and find some tubing, some really thin, like brass tubing for model making, and cut those into little pieces. I have to get a tubing cutter, I guess, and see if I can get that to work. They don't really have to be all that tight because I don't think I'm gonna pot this whole thing, because if I have an LED go out or something, I'll never be able to get it if I pot it. So I think I'm just gonna do some like silicone or something, which will also waterproof it. Let's see what happens next. Oh, and incidentally, I did buy some more parts. I have a nano board coming, which is basically the same thing as an Uno, I guess, or it's a Nano Pro. I'm unfamiliar with it, but when it gets here, I'll see how it plays out. And basically, it's the same thing. It's just you don't really use a breadboard. You solder everything together. Rather than having these guys, these little things that you can plug the wires into, you solder it. So there you have it. Anyway, I'll keep you apprised on that. That's going to be another project, something that I'm working on for the garden. And it's going to have a light sensor and a temperature sensor and a relay. And I won't disclose what it's going to be. It'll probably be a year or longer before you find out what it is, because, you know, I'm getting ready to go back to work, I hope. I'm working now, but I'm going to be traveling a long ways to go to work, and I won't be able to come back for a year. So anyway, all right, we'll see what comes up next. Bye. All right, back to the tail light thing. I've sped it up. Give you a quick example. Sped it up a little bit. Anyway, back to the tail light example. All right. I think my spacer issue is resolved. It's going to cost me 25 bucks. But I got this tubing. The closest I could get was 5/16 ID. And then a tubing cutter. So another 25 bucks. But, you know, gonna have to spend a little bit of money. Can't find any washers. At least none of the internet searches that I've done so far have, you know, come up with anything that's small enough. So I'm going to try the tubing thing, and hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, I've got a new tubing cutter that I can take home with me when I box all this stuff up. Look at all this crap I've already got. But it gives me something to do. And, you know, that's what's important right now, is because I'm a little bit on the bored side. So I'm continuing my electronic education and code stuff and whatever. So anyway, and again, John, don't be afraid of this stuff. It's a lot of fun, man. You can have as much fun as I'm having, and don't be scared. All right, we'll talk at you later. Oh, by the way, I got my Pro Mini. Look at the size of this thing compared to my thumb. That is basically one of these boards that I can solder onto. And I've still got the USB module coming. And here's the mini micro, whatever it's called, USB cable. And so what you need is a USB module to plug into that board. And once you get it programmed, you can disconnect the USB module and it's a standalone. So that is going to be for my gardening project. That won't happen for some time, but at least I can play with the code and do the electronics and that kind of thing. Okay, well, we'll catch y'all later. And man, I don't know how long this video is already. Maybe I should cut it short and say thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. And don't forget, John, don't be scared of this stuff. It's a lot of fun once you get into it. Just get one LED flashing, okay? And you'll be hooked. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Information, Mike. Wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.